Let me begin by thanking you for taking part in this 11th CARICOM UN General Meeting. The 2 years since our last meeting have proved to be one of the most difficult periods in the history of our organizations. Last year, the GDP of the Caribbean contracted by nearly 8%, with tourism-dependent countries experiencing a decline of nearly 20% or more. This aggravates an already high debt burden and debt service costs, constraining the fiscal space and threatening the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. But the Caribbean is of course confronting another existential challenge, the increasingly destructive effects of extreme weather events and climate disruption. The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season was the most active on record, and with Elsa 2 weeks ago, the region experienced the first of what is almost certain to be a very active hurricane season. The combined effects of the pandemic and climate change have created the conditions for an epic perfect storm. This multidimensional crisis requires innovative thinking in a number of areas. Allow me to mention 3. First, we will only defeat the COVID-19 virus and its multiplying variants through an equitable distribution of vaccines. Earlier this month, I once again urged G20 finance ministers to spearhead a global COVID-19 vaccination plan. Second, the international community must urgently help countries in dire financial distress tackle both short and medium-term debt and liquidity challenges. That means expanding debt relief, issuing additional special drawing rights to developing countries, and tackling long-standing weaknesses in international debt architecture. Third, as we approach the COP26 in Glasgow, financial and technical support to confront the effects of climate change is essential. Developed countries must meet their commitments, including their pledge to mobilize $100 billion annually for climate action in developing countries. Adaptation, which is vital for many small states' survival, currently only represents 20% of climate funding, and I once again call on donors and development banks to increase the share of adaptation and resilience finance to at least 50% of their climate finance. Access to climate finance remains a major challenge for the Caribbean, and I will continue to call on donors and the multilateral development banks to simplify and streamline access to climate finance for the Caribbean and other seats. Finally, I wish to thank CARICOM for your unwavering support to the United Nations mission in Haiti. I welcome CARICOM's willingness to play a role in facilitating the national dialogue, and we will continue to count on your strong support as we strive to help Haiti. As we look to all the challenges ahead, our partnership can only make us more effective in assisting the people of the Caribbean build a more peaceful, just and sustainable future. I wish you a most productive meeting, and I thank you.